There's a lot of stuff in our lives that we do whether or not we feel like it. You pay your bills. You don't have to be happy about it. You pay your taxes. You don't have to be happy about it. In fact, you can be downright angry and you still pay your taxes, right? Yeah. If you have kids, you take care of them. You don't have to be happy about it. You don't have to be in a good mood. Hopefully, you're a good parent. You take care of your kids, right? If you see on a 9 to 5, you show up at work. You don't have to be in a good mood. You don't have to feel like it, but you show up. Yeah, you still show up. So when it comes to your business, ask yourself, have I matured to the point where I can take action when I'm not in the mood? Have I matured enough to take action when I don't feel like it? Have I gotten to that point? Then this was a big one, because a lot of people are talking about funding and finance. Here is a question for that. What is my financial thermostat? What is my financial thermostat? Remember the guy that said he wanted to make $1 million, in a year? Yeah. The question is, what's the maximum amount that I can see myself earning without saying, no way, like that's not possible? So when you set goals, what is your financial thermostat? Like, at what level do you begin to hear or see figures that rattle? If you know what that is, that's kind of your limit. Don't try to push past it, because your mind will resist you and sabotage you. What you need to do is sit down and ask yourself, okay, so why is it set at this level? Is it because my dad never made this amount of money? Is it because I've never met anyone who's made this amount of money? So for example, someone like me, I've been blessed to work with people who grew businesses very fast. The mentor I told you about back then, he grew his business to over $150 million in about 3 years. Right? He lost it all eventually, but when he had it, right? So in my mind, I've seen that kind of growth and I know it's possible. So my mind and my expectations are way bigger. I've seen people doing 200-300K a month in commissions. Easy, right? So my mind grew very fast. My financial thermostat cranked all the way up. I know what's possible. Where is the age of your financial thermostat? What did it set at? And then what's keeping it there? Like, what do you need to do to adjust it to go higher if you need to? All right. And then once you've thought about that, the other thing to think about is, I'm going to rush through the last couple of these ones, is, do I have the capacity, internal capacity, to hold on to the amount of money and success I have set for myself as a goal? Because if you don't have the capacity, you've heard about lottery winners, right? They win $10 million, and in 3, 5, 6 months, a year, it's all gone. They did not have the internal capacity to hold on to the amount of money and success that they set as a goal or they got. So when you set a goal, ask yourself, do I have that internal capacity to hold on to this amount of money? If the answer is no, ask yourself why. What do I need to change? Right? If you get the money accidentally, you will lose it. If you don't have it, most of the time it won't even show up. So do I have the internal capacity? Because it's a mercy, right? It's an act of mercy if you don't have it. Like the money you're looking for, the success you're looking for, when you don't have the capacity to hold on to it. It can drive you crazy if you get it and then everybody takes it away from you. Do I have that capacity? Fruits are results, right? The fruits we get are the result of seeds that have been sown. So if you think about the result you're experiencing right now is because of the thoughts you've allowed in your head, from television, from family, from friends talking to you, from books you've read. If you want to change the result you're experiencing, you need to change the seeds that you're feeding into your mind. Personally, there's certain programs I will never watch, certain books I'll never read, just because it puts limits on my expectation and general outlook on life. I don't think I've sat down to watch a news broadcast in over 20 years. I just don't. It's so much negativity. I just read a couple of headlines, right? Because there's always something bad happening in the world. Who needs that stuff? Those are the kind of things you need to think about. What are you feeding your mind? What are the seeds that you're planting in your mind? Even people that are around you and the things they say, what are you allowing them to say around you? And how is it affecting your life? Okay? How is it affecting your life? Okay. So I'm going to wrap up by saying that involvement is the key to transformation. Involvement is the key to transformation. And there are two things you need to get involved when you want to create your results. It's your mind and your heart. We call it hearts and mind. Yeah, I'm sure you guys would have probably heard that expression. Hearts and mind are required for any transformation. Hearts and mind are required for any transformation. If you want to create a lasting result, if you want to make that mental shift, think logically about why you want to get that result, what changes you need to make. Then how would you feel heart, how would you feel if you made that change? And use that as a driver. Okay, use that as a driver. If you combine both, you will make rapid progress. That's the shift to the millionaire mind. If you try to do it with the mind alone, it doesn't work. Try to do it with your emotions alone, it doesn't work. You have to use both, heart and mind. People make affirmations, people make declarations, and they're different. An affirmation is you're saying that I have this result now. A declaration is I intend to take this action. I always recommend to combine both. Have an affirmation, have an action. I earn such and such an amount because, declaration, I work or put in 2-3 hours a day building my business. All right. So you see how you can combine both an affirmation and a declaration. So now you're getting affirmation, declaration, you're getting hearts and mind involved. That's the way you make the shift.